Okay, everyone. Just wanted to do a quick update, really, from the weekend just gone, which was the British Nationals in the ABPU at Body Power, the largest expo in Britain and in the world, I believe. So just a quick update, really, to give a bit of background, I suppose more from an inspirational perspective, really, leading up to the competition and my preparation, what I did differently, some of the personal circumstances that I was going through at the time. And ultimately, I suppose the message I want to get across is, no matter what gets in the way of you, and the obstacles you face, it ultimately is worth getting and concentrating really on something and getting your mind focused. Um, Effectively, leading up to the British, unfortunately, split up with someone I was seeing. It wasn't to be after only 4 months. Prior to that, I was made redundant, a few other sort of personal issues going on here and there. It was a difficult time to transition and to be preparing for one of the largest competitions of my career. I mean, leading up to that, it was quite good. I guess fairly happy with the way I performed. Had tonsillitis twice leading up to the British as well. I was on antibiotics for several weeks, and was ill on several occasions leading up to the British. So all in all, based on that reflection, it was quite good. I was quite happy with what I achieved. Total 645, which was a 32.5 kilo PB. And, I threw everything at it actually on the day. I had my mindset was slightly different coming into this comp to any other comp I've done. And that was to sort of try hard or go home trying, which I don't often do in comps. Which seems ridiculous, I know, because in a British and a national competition, why wouldn't you try dying, you may ask. Basically that's what I did. Just like to thank everyone that supported me as well. My coach that I've been working with for several years now, Delroy, great mate and a brilliant coach. I'd highly recommend him to anybody. Also, I would like to thank Adam Ryman as well, who was also wrapping my knees at the British on Sunday, which was fucking awesome. Even ended up with bruised hamstrings due to the tightness and how well they were wrapped. I'd like to personally thank Emma and Cal, Doug, obviously, for handing it off, Brad, and all the other spotters and loaders there. And just everyone that played a huge part in making such brilliant competition. Would I compete there again? Possibly. If the British was held there, possibly not. I don't know. It was a bit of a pain in the arse at times getting through security and stuff like that. But all in all, it was pretty well run. It was an extremely well run comp from, from the federation point of view. And eventually Body Power were being a bit smarter with how they were dealing with all the competitors within the powerlifting circuit. So all in all, it's pretty good. I warmed up on the Sunday, weighed in on Saturday on 116 kilos. That just about as heavy as I've been ever in any pre-comp. And it was pretty good. I mean, it felt good actually, felt alright. Obviously, I was helping on the desk and spotting and loading the whole of Friday, helped set up a bit on Thursday, a little bit of spotting on the Saturday, but primarily on the desk, doing data input and stuff like that, and the in charge of the music, so that was cool. Basically, just a quick summary of the day's events. I warmed up to 205 kilos on the squat, did something like 70, 70, 120, 150, no, 70, 120, 150, 172, 5, something like that. I had about 5 warm-ups in total, and it felt pretty good actually. My opener was 227.5, got 3 whites for that, 501 pounds. Heaviest I've opened on the squat, and it moved pretty well actually, so I was very happy with that. Second attempt was 242.5 kilos, 2.5 kilo comp PB of all time, and then to extend that by 250 on the third attempt, which was pretty smooth. And it is only 3 kilos, I believe, off the British record, so that's something I might have my eye on in my next comp, possibly, we'll see. So yeah, time came around on the bench. Pretty good again, sort of bar, warming up on the bar quite a bit. 60, 80, 100, 110, 120, which moved quite well. So opened on 130. Second attempt, 2.5 kilo PB of 142.5 all-time PB by 2.5. Failed this actually in Russia in November, so it was nice to get this and get it with ease. Then extended my PB bench comp PB by 5 kilos with 145, finishing on a 395 subtotal. So I was quite pleased with that. Coming into the deadlifts, it was all to play for actually, which was good this year. Last year I won by virtue of being the only one in the class. This year it was different. And there was some opposition, which was great. And the guy that won, fair play to him, he totaled big. But it was nice to actually beat a couple of people in my class as well. So that was good. And came second. So it wasn't so bad. So yeah, then deadlifts, then bench came around. So obviously you finished on 395 sub. Deadlifts came around, and this was really promising actually. So I was very tired by the end of the day, but I was very focused and very driven. And basically, I had a different approach to the deadlifts. And what I mean by that, it was basically I did 70, 120, 170, 25. So 70, 120, and 70, 25. So I had 4 warm ups on the deadlift. That was it. Then I opened on 220, which I absolutely smoked. Then 235 for a second attempt, which again I absolutely smoked. I haven't ever pulled this weight so quick in training or in competition. But it is worth noting, my second attempt was a lift that I've tripled in training before, and on more than one occasion. So it's a very safe bet. And again, I was using it as a second warm up, really ready for a PB on the third attempt. So yeah, third attempt came around and did 250. I'm one of these people that gets very annoyed when I say something and I don't do it. I suppose remotely similar to Eddie Hall in that respect. But basically, it was time to back up my bullshit, really. I've told people constantly I could do a 250 kilo deadlift, and I haven't done it. So it was nice to finally pull that, and as you'll see on the video, which is on my Facebook page, but also on Instagram, I was jumping up in the air when I got 2-to-1 whites, 2 white lights, and I got a red, but it's still a good lift, 2-to-1. So yeah, all in all, fairly happy. Came second place, qualified for the world silver medal with a 645 subtotal. And to do such a great PB really is great, based on leading up to the competition wasn't great. I was made redundant and lost my job. Split up with my girlfriend, had antibiotics for several months leading up to it due to tonsillitis and an infection. So there was a lot going on in my mind and leading up to that, also from a body perspective. So ultimately, guys, what I'm trying to say here is it's very similar to Brian Shaw in his video, which kind of gave me the inspiration to do this as well. Is not to make excuses for not winning. The best guy won on the day. I gave it everything I had. And I can't be disappointed with that, really. I also totaled 373 Wilk points for anyone that gives a shit. I know everyone swears by Wilks, but I go more on what I lift, really. But I suppose the more you lift, the higher your Wilks, so they kind of go together, don't they, really? So yeah, all in all, fairly satisfied, fairly content with my performance. I will be competing in 2 months' time, roughly, a bit less. So not long to get my head down, get back to training and really grind hard. And I'm looking to hopefully hit 670, somewhere around 670 in my next comp. So I've got a few long-term goals which I won't disclose now, but I'm pretty confident I will get there. And all in all, I just like to say thank you for everybody that supported me and gave me support. Also, a huge shout out to Hannah Newman. I've been working with her. She's a postgraduate within sports psychology. Been working with her, who's a sports psychologist, for several months now, and I'd highly recommend her for anyone that's serious about taking their sports to the next level. She's great, and she's been really good, and I think a lot of my success, not just myself, but comes down to the work I've been doing with her, but also Delroy as well. So guys, keep updated. I will be posting more videos in due course. I will possibly be training tonight, and keep updated, and I'll see you on the platform. Peace!